Good. It's good afternoon almost. Yeah, it's 1 o'clock, 1 p.m. I'm in Jerusalem. I'm back again. And this time I will take you a tour from Jaffa Gate to Mount Zion. And on the way, there's so many things to see. Then are you ready? Yes. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Yes. Bye-bye. We are now at Jaffa Gate. Jaffa Gate is one of the 8 gates of Jerusalem, and for the tourists it's mostly the well-known gate, although Damascus Gate is much nicer than that. And let's enter as people of peace. And if you see that when I'm saying people of peace, it means that something is different here. Usually when you enter a house, you're going straight. But here, you cannot. You will turn left. And this is to avoid the enemy to enter the city. But we are not enemies. Welcome to the old city of Jerusalem. We have 4 different quarters, 4 different neighborhoods. Before we will talk about it, to your right side you can see a fortress. It's called David Tower, but it was built by anyone who controlled this city, and one of them was King Herod. The others, well-known crusaders, and called the Muslims, use it too because it's the highest place of the city. This is the Christian quarter, and the Christian quarter is divided into different denominations. For example, this is the Latin Patriarch, Catholic, which leads to the Patriarch of them. The next street will be the Greek Catholic Patriarch. Greek Catholic were Orthodox, Greek Orthodox that accepted the Pope. Now they are a Catholic order. And their neighborhood is to your left side. You see the sign of it. And if you know me, I know you know that I like to walk through there, but I'm going to Mount Zion. In front of you, it's the Christian Information Center. It's a Catholic museum. The museum is nice, I must say, but it's not a must, especially if you are alone and not a group. But the best thing to do is to climb up to the roof. For 5 shekels, elevator will take you, and you will be able to see an amazing view of the city. And of course, you can actually visit my YouTube channel and watch a video from there. In that video, I'm explaining about every site there. You can see the main entrance to the David fortress, but if you talk about David, this is from the time of King Herod, Muslim time, Crusader time, together with the moat. We're now entering the Armenian quarter. But in the Armenian quarter, you can see Christ Church, which is Anglican church. And if we're talking about it, it's a beautiful compound, first of all to stay, and secondly to enjoy an amazing coffee, an amazing cake, and it's such a beautiful place. And if we're talking about that, look at him. Look at him. I don't know if he's the owner, but he's always there. And the service that you will get from him is amazing. Then don't forget to drink. And you know what? Let me go ahead. Yeah, let me go. Look at first of all, look at the variety of the cakes and the coffee, and look how beautiful it is. It's air conditioned, and if we're talking about that, food area, if you want to eat something more than coffee, But I wasn't planning to be here. But you know what? That is the tools that I'm doing. Look how beautiful it is.
Really fun to catch.
Look how beautiful it is. This is heaven. This is heaven. There are a million things to talk about it here. One of them is the beautiful Anglican church that belongs to the Messianic Jews. It's beautiful to go there because everything is in Hebrew. And there's so many things to see here. It's, if you ask me, one of the best guest house that you can ask for yourself. Oh, the air conditioning is so good. It's 35 degrees now outside, 95 degrees Fahrenheit. It's crazy. And here it's peaceful place. It's Emmanuel Church. Then now you know why I'm eating there a lot. Now you know why I'm fat. See you. Bye bye. And if I'm talking about that, I'm sure that you need a bath or pool because it's so hot. I'm sorry about the noise, but down there it's the pool of King Herod, part of his palace. Because his palace was here, but let's wait until the track will go. And the police station used to be, now it's an Israel police station. Before that it was British, Jordanian, British and Ottomans, but it was built on top of the palace of King Herod. King Herod built this palace very close to the fortress because he knew that if something will happen, he can always run to the fortress. And with King Herod, it's always about someone may kill me, I must protect myself. We just entered to the Armenian quarter. Beware of the cars. Then always be to the left. I will be at the left part. Don't try to be in the shade part, although I can understand you, because it's a road. The Armenians were the first nation who converted into Christianity. They came to here around 301. Let's say 20 years before St. Helena came to here. Then they have their own quarter, and for the rest of the Christians they have one quarter for themselves and one for the Armenians. It's beautiful. In 1915, 1.5 million of the Armenians were killed, actually butchered by the Ottomans. This is their genocide. If you didn't know about it, please go to the media and read about it. Then, you see the poster here? I remember and demand Armenian genocide. Then we are at Armenian Orthodox Patriarch Street. At the corner of St. James Street. If you will turn left, you will reach the Western Wall, the Temple Mount, but we are heading to Zahi Gate. This is the main way that all of the Jews, when they want to visit the tomb of King David, they are going through there, through here. This is the entrance to convent of St. James, the main entrance to the Armenian. You can see here Armenian priest, and you can see here a soldier, an Israeli soldier, and you can see someone that a religious person with a yellow-green vest. The question is why? Well, first of all, in my tours I'm talking about everything, if it's okay by you. I'm from Israel. I'm a Zionist. I love my country. But we do have fanatic in my country. But let's talk about the convent himself. Two St. James have been buried there. The brother of Jesus and the apostle. Then it's such an amazing church, and I do have lots of videos about it. The white one with the yellow vest, what he is doing here, because that is the main way from Jaffa Gate to King David tomb. There's so many Orthodox Jews that are walking here. Some of them are fanatic. They don't know the difference between a Christian here, Armenian to Catholic. For them, the convent is a symbol of hateness. The Christians, let's face it, are not so nice to the Jews. Through the Bible, there's a lot of hate. Then it's not easy to be a Jew as a minority in, let's say, America and Europe. But until a few years ago, it was very, actually until here a year ago, it was very safe to be whatever you want here. Sadly, the government of today is that control Israel are with all the ultra-Orthodox Jews, and they feel more secure to do whatever they want here. Lately, they start to spit and even to pee next to the entrance of the church. Then that guy with the yellow vest might be a tour guide, just like me, or just a person that wants to take care that nothing will happen to them, especially in that day, in this Tish B'Av. Then I hope that nothing will happen, although I know that a few times yesterday they caught some bad person who did something bad here. That's why we, the tour guides, bought the Armenians cameras that actually can carry on their clothes, on their uniform, just like a police officer. And he is here to document and to stop the guys. I don't know what the soldier is doing here. And for that, I will go and ask them. But I don't want to die. Not today. Stop the camera now, because I don't know if they want me to take a video of it. In that case, they gave me a permit to you are Armenian priest, as I believe, and you are Ariel. And this is his son. We ask ourselves, what is the Golani soldier is doing here? This is his son. Instead of being, I don't know, doing something cool, he came to see his father and to be with him. I'm talking a lot about the Armenians. I have so many videos about the Armenians. And I'm actually doing the same thing that you're doing. This time, I don't know why I didn't call them. I know that Iska published some horrible things that happened here yesterday with spitting. And I want everyone to know that we, the Israelis, are trying to stop them. And we do have fundamentalists in our side. Then I hope that nothing will happen anymore. Then thank you very much for doing it. Bye-bye. See, I tell you that something special will be in the tour. It's always like that. They are doing it today because it's a fasting day. The Jews are, we are going to see it. They're fasting for 25 hours. Now it's, let's say they have another 8 hours to fast. I took some videos about it yesterday, not about the Armenian, about the fasting. Then I'm not going to talk a lot about that, but let me tell you a little bit about it. Tish B'Av, it's a very special day for the Jews. It's there's so many bad things that happen on that day. For example, the first and the second temple being destroyed at that day, and so many other things happen. For example, the last solution of the Nazis was started in Tish B'Av. the Jews were expelled from so many countries like Spain, not Germany. Germany had just been killed. France and Portugal, Spain at that day. Then there's so many things that happen there. Then people are fasting for 25 hours. They're reading. They cannot read the Bible except of the book of Job and Lamentation book of Iha. But we will talk about it soon. On the way, you can see the entrance to the Armenian genocide. Actually, it's not only the Armenian genocide, it's the Armenian Museum. It's all about the things that happened to the Armenian here in Jerusalem, the history of the Armenians in Jerusalem, and the second floor is the Holocaust, the genocide of the Armenians. To enter the Armenian quarter is not so easy. The way to do that is to enter to the museum, and if you are not entering the museum, you can actually walk until here. It's a private place, and it's not because they hate us, they're not. Because they want to live in their places without any tourists. I can understand it. And another option is to visit the church at 3 p.m., between 3 to 3:30 p.m. every day. Go into St. James Church and you will hear an amazing chanting. This is the museum. It's a beautiful museum. Then, if you do have time, please enter the museum and study about the Armenians and their genocide. And in the center, there's amazing, I'm using that word a lot, but it is amazing, ancient mosaic, Armenian. And the story about it, you can actually look at my videos of the Armenian or do it by yourself. This is a Hachkar, kind of a memorial site. You can find it all over Armenia and in so many Armenian churches. It's beautiful, beautiful thing. See, I didn't say it amazing this time. We're still on the way to Mount Zion. And as you can see, it's only one street. And even in that street, there's so many things to see. Did I mention that it's so hot today? Yes, I did. You can see here the corner of the southern wall and the western wall of the city. 16th century. The Ramparts tour is a beautiful suggestion, but not in July and August. Or at least not in 1 p.m. It's so hot. It is so hot. And sunny. Then protect yourself, please. Then we are reaching now the southern wall. We will turn left and we will go out through the Armenian, through the Zahi Gate. I'm thinking about those couple, the father and the son. The father is a religious Jew. Then you can understand that it's not religious Jews against Christians. It's fanatic Jews, which is a minority, against Christians. And because I'm walking a lot with crosses, I'm blessing crosses for people who ask me to do that. And if you want to know, just go into Buy Me a Coffee link down the description and you will see how. And I'm part of it. I'm hearing a lot about fanatic Jews who thinking what they are thinking about Jesus. I hope. But, you know, the Christians got their fanatics as well, because I'm getting that through the comments. One of them is they deny Jesus. Guys, Judaism is not Christianity. And I want you to understand that. It's like you denied Muhammad and Islam. They deny Jesus. It's not their religion. It's not part of their religion. The only And you must understand that they won't convert themselves into Christianity. You tried to do that for 2,000 years now, it didn't succeed a lot. If someone wants to convert himself, he will do it without your, how should I say it? Without your missionary. Do whatever you want, but I'm telling you what I think it's important to do. Then, we are now next to Jaffa Gate, Zahi Gate. And Zahi Gate was the border between Israel and Jordan. What do you mean Jordan? 1948, United Nations declared 2 countries, Israel and Palestine. Then yes, you're right about the Arab countries invented into Israel. The idea was to delete Israel from the map, but they actually deleted Palestine from the map. You must understand that Jerusalem wasn't supposed to be owned by Israel, but not by Palestine too. It was supposed to be owned by United Nations. Sadly, the Jordanian occupied future Palestine and All City. Then, this is the Jordanian part of Zahi Gate, and we are going out to the Israeli part. Let me tell you that this is a road used by cars. To be careful when you are going out or in. Why it's not so crowded now? Because the Jews are fasting today. Then, that part was Israel until 1967. And you can see even the bullet holes. Let me show you what we did now. It's very easy, and still we saw a lot. We entered through Jaffa Gate. We entered to the Armenian Quarters through the Patriarch. We stopped next to St. James Cathedral. We entered to the Armenian. Now we are going out from Zahi Gate to visit David's tomb. But you must understand the room of the Last Supper is here too. Let's go backward and you will be able to see Zahi Gate. The good thing here is that it's less humid than Tel Aviv, but guys, I'm sweating as hell. Thanks God that not a lot of the Jews, thanks God. It's not so crowded now because it's too hot for them to go. That most of them are trying to stay in air-conditioned places. And some of them will be, as I believe, at the tomb of King David as well. You will see that they are mourning grief. They will sit on the floor. They didn't drink and didn't eat, and that's for 25 hours. They are not wearing leather shoes because leather is considered to be like a very convenient a little bit of shoes. It's like a leisurely. Then a lot of them will be with sandals or without shoes. No sex. And in front of you is the Dormition Church. This is the house of Mary. That's where she fell asleep / died, all according to your belief. And it's supposed to be closed yet for like last few years. They will open it soon, and you will be able to enter one of the most beautiful churches ever. Meanwhile, yes, you know, you can go into my YouTube channel. I have 20,000 videos, and you will be able to see videos about that as well. Now, the room the Last Supper is at the second floor of King David tomb, which is another place of arguments. Everyone wanted that building for themselves. The Christian wanted that building for themselves at the 15th century. The Jews wanted the building for themselves at the same time. They went to the Muslims who controlled the city, and the Muslims said, "Go away, dear Christians. Jesus, Isa, is our prophet. Go away, dear Jews. King David is our prophet, then until 1948 it was a mosque. When we came back in 1948, we turned that place, the tomb of King David, into a synagogue, and sadly we didn't bring back the room, the Last Supper, cenaculum, to the Christians. This is one of the things that I didn't like. Then I won't be able to talk because they're praying and they're suffering. I just ate and drank, but they cannot. Then I will try to take a video. I hope that it won't be difficult for them. I'm sure that it's going to be less crowded, mainly because it's the hottest time of the day. And let us enter to the main department. You will see the first part is the synagogue, and the second part is the tomb of King David. They're not supposed to sit on the chair, but they're sitting. You can see he is not. Everyone must enter with a kippah on their head, and mostly now it's a tourist area, and that's why the tourists will go out. And a lot of them are tourists, few of them are not. You will recognize it mostly by the people who are now sitting on benches on the floor. This is half of the tomb of King David. The second half belongs to us. And if we're here, and let's climb up to the room, the Last Supper, just for a few minutes. I'm not going to talk a lot about it. I have so many videos about it. You don't need me for that. This is just the tour that takes you to those places. And in the room, the Last Supper, you will see mostly Christians. Already 30 minutes, almost 30 minutes. There's so many names to that room, the upper room, the cenaculum, the room of the Pentecost. There's so many things that happen in that room. But this is the entrance to it. And that for King David. That room belongs to Israel now. The Christians got, I think, 7 times. They can actually pray here 7 times a year. Remember the yellow vest? In those days I'm not working. I'm here to protect the Christians from those fanatic people. She asked me about the tomb of David, the Dormition church, and the room is empty. Wow, it's so empty. It's so sad. And this is the cat of the room. And the cat of the room is a well-known cat. You can play with it, with her. But you must know that in so many churches, you will find cats in Israel because the cats are eating mice. And in the church, there's a lot of bread. In that case, it's a win-win situation. You can see their mosque until 1948. The mihrab that tells you where Mecca is. The windows, Muslim windows. Now it's going to be a little bit noisy because if there is a tour guide that speaks here, it will be difficult to hear it. We want to talk about fanatic Jews. Then look at the windows and look at the holes. This was made a month ago by a fanatic Jew, and the same one broke that window. We're talking about something like from the 16th and up century. I'm so against it. There are a million things to talk about that. Doubting Thomas was here. They elected the 12, the new apostle after Judas. Pentecost, washing the feet, and of course the Last Supper. For me, that room, it's the first church and the center of Christianity. And that was a nice tour. Let me show you one more thing. Where are the toilets? Where you can refill your bottles. And that's going to be the end. Just next to the toilet. Da-da-dum. Remember, you can subscribe to my channel. And if you want to support it, because every time that I'm taking a tour, I'm not working. At the description, you will find PayPal or buy me a coffee link. And just when you push the like, next to it you will see a small, it's like a heart with a, I think, dollar sign in it. It's called Super Thanks, and you can donate money through there too. And here you can refill the bottles. It's purified water and it's a cooler. And I'm not going to you with the toilet, but the toilet are right here. Women and men. Now that was a pleasure. Tour of 33 minutes. I hope that you will follow me to other videos as well. Then thank you for being with me, and see you in my next video.